अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस और मैं हूं आपका होस्ट 𝘎𝙽𝙢𝙠। नाज़रीन, फ्री एजुकेशन इन जर्मनी के बारे में हम सब जानते हैं और ख़ास तौर पे हमारे वो नौजवान जो अपने हायर एजुकेशन के लिए फ़ॉरेन कंट्रीज़ का रुख करते हैं, उनमें जर्मनी सरफ़हरिस्त है। जर्मनी में फ्री एजुकेशन का तसव्वुर मौजूद है। जर्मनी में फ्री एजुकेशन ज़रूर प्रोवाइड की जाती है और सिर्फ़ ये जर्मन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए नहीं बल्कि तमाम इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी है। तो आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे कि जर्मनी में फ्री एजुकेशन का क्या कंसेप्ट है और किस तरीके से ये फ्री एजुकेशन हासिल की जा सकती है, और ख़ास तौर पर सबसे बड़े स्कॉलरशिप प्रोवाइडर डार्ट स्कॉलरशिप्स वो क्या हैं और डार्ट एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पाकिस्तान के अंदर क्या एक्टिविटीज़ करते हैं और क्या काम करते हैं। ख़ास तौर पे ये भी पूछेंगे कि डार्ट के स्कॉलरशिप्स हासिल करने के लिए क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं और क्या तरीक़ाकार है। तो आज हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं डार्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की पाकिस्तान में हेड इंगा इकबाल, जो डायरेक्टर डार्ट हैं पाकिस्तान में। उनसे तमाम वो सवालात पूछेंगे जिनके जवाबात आप जानना चाहते हैं। Inge, thank you very much for joining us today here in our studio, and we are much obliged that you have given us your precious time. My first question, as a lot of Pakistanis, thousands, millions of Pakistani students, they are interested to go to Germany for their higher education. They want to go for a master's program, for PhD programs, for postdoctoral program, but for free education. This is a common concept here in Pakistan that Germany is a free education destination. So what you have to say about this free education concept in Germany? Please elaborate a bit for our audience.
It's true, education is free in Germany.
Okay.
This also applies for our higher education system. And education is free for everybody, also for international students. This applies to 15 of our 16 federal states. Maybe you have heard that Germany has 16 federal states.
All right.
And there's one federal state, Baden-Württemberg, which has decided to charge international students with fees.
Okay.
But compared to the tuition fees of other countries like the US, Canada, or the UK, the fees are comparably tiny. So they
very low.
Yeah.
Okay.
They will range from 500 to 1,500 euros per semester.
Oh, that's nothing. I believe so. Overall, we can say the education there in Germany is completely free.
Almost.
Overall, almost, because
Yeah.
this is very tiny, as you have mentioned.
And so if someone says, no, I don't even want to pay these tiny fees,
All
they
right.
can just select a university of the remaining 15 federal states.
Of course, 15 states is a, you can say, the huge number. So only one state is charging, and charging very tiny, or you can say very minimal for the student.
International bachelor's and master's students, as
Alright.
of the PhD level, it applies to all 16 federal states.
That's fantastic. Inge, I will ask that most of students here in Pakistan, they believe if anybody wants to go for a free education, so German language certification in German language is must. So is it like that?
We, of course, in Germany, the normal language of instruction is German.
All right.
And we also have some English taught classes.
Okay.
So those who would like to look for an English taught class, they can have a look at our annotated web links.
Oh, great.
So we have this flyer, and it is on.
So all the
page-
universities are mentioned on this flyer?
No, the universities are not mentioned in this flyer, but some steps what they have to know and to do.
Okay.
The important websites
All right,
where they
all
can
right.
find help. This is mentioned in this
in this leaflet,
in
they
this
can,
leaflet,
they
exactly.
can find it out.
Yes.
All right.
And so they can have a look at page 6, where they
Okay.
can find our international programs database. And the international programs database, I think, lists at the moment more than 2,000 English taught programs
Oh, great.
all over Germany. And it's bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs.
All right. So means just mean to say it is not necessary that there should be a German certification. There are English taught programs as well. and where students can apply and get free education as well.
Exactly. So for these English taught programs, German is not an entry requirement. However, I would recommend everybody who would like to study in Germany to learn German as a foreign language, because it's not only going to university. They also will have to talk to their roommates, they have to go to the grocery store.
Exactly. I believe if you're going to the country and not knowing the language, then how it will be very difficult for the students to communicate, make friends, just to engage with the lecturer or the university colleagues. So that is the first requirement. A language should be learned by the students. I believe this should be prior to applying to any university.
Exactly.
Moving ahead, Inge, as your director, DAAD here in Pakistan. So here in Pakistan, it's very common, and everybody knows about the DAAD scholarship, with the name of DAAD scholarship, this organization. So what is actually DAAD, and what are your activities in Pakistan?
What is DAAD? We are actually an organization which does not only provide scholarships. This is not my main activity. My main activity here in Pakistan is actually to give information on study and research opportunities in Germany. Of course, we give also information about our own scholarship programs. As far as I know, we are the biggest provider of scholarships for studies and research in Germany. But there are also other funding organizations, and we also give information on the opportunities that other organizations provide. So whoever would like to go to Germany, but he or she finds out that there is no DAAD scholarship at the moment that is suitable, they can still contact us, and we will tell them where to find a suitable scholarship.
So means you have mentioned, as normally Pakistani students know this organization DAAD with the title of scholarships only, but as you have mentioned, scholarship is a part, but the other activities you guys are also doing, like making connections with institutions for exchange of culture between Germany and Pakistan, alongside providing research grants for the students, for PhD and postdoctoral students. Alongside, you guys are also offering master scholarships for Pakistani students here as well. So not only scholarship, but other activities you guys are also doing in Pakistan.
Exactly. Throughout the year, we also visit schools and universities and give live information sessions on study and research opportunities in Germany. And we also visit expos. So every year we are part of the Dawn Education Expo. And whoever would like to talk to us and does not live in Islamabad, they can meet us at some expo.
Some expo. They have a chance to meet you on expos as well.
Exactly.
Inge, today, we have arranged this session just to make student and Pakistani audience, Pakistani youth aware about your services you are providing here in Pakistan, and most importantly, the two major categories of scholarship. The one is research grants, as it is mentioned on your website as well. Students can find out about the research grants. This is for those who are looking for PhD, studying PhD or the postdoctoral programs. So this scholarship is specifically for those. And the second one is, we have mentioned PPGG. So this PPGG is a scholarship for master students who are really looking to study free in Germany. So this is something for master students. So we will only be discussing about these two segments, as you are doing a lot of activities, but we will be focused about these two. So what you have to say to our audience for research grants first?
Yes, you have basically already mentioned the most important information about that scholarship program. It's a scholarship program only for those who would like to do their PhD or postdoc in Germany. It is for those who would like to go either on a short-term stay. So a short-term stay means minimum of 1 month, maximum of 6 months.
Okay.
So it is also an opportunity for those who are already enrolled at a Pakistani university for their PhD, but they decide I need to go to Germany because I need some lab facilities that are not provided over here, and then they can apply for a short-term stay at a German university. And it is also for those who would like to go on a full degree program in Germany.
Great.
So there are these different options for the PhDs, and
the postdocs
can only go on a short-term stay.
Okay, so importantly, you have mentioned if somebody wants to go on a short-term visa, like short-term study and explore the culture, I want to take the facility of German university's lab. So even there is an opportunity for existing PhD students or the aspirants who want to proceed for PhD or postdocs as well.
Exactly. You can either do the full program in Germany or a part of your Pakistani
PhD. Okay, that's really great. And here I'll be asking, I'm sure a lot of different Pakistani who are watching us, they will be interested to know that when to apply and what is the timeline in general to apply for these research grants to DAAD scholarship. So what is the general timeline for that?
Our deadline is tentatively end of August.
Okay.
So it's normally 31st of August, but depending on the day of the week, if the 31st is a weekend, then it might also be 1 or 2 days later. Or
end of August is the deadline to apply every year.
Tentatively, yes.
Okay.
So and the application portal will be open 6 to 8 weeks prior to the deadline.
Great.
And so within this time of the opening of the portal, it is possible to upload applications.
Okay.
Before and after the opening of the portal, it is not possible to upload any documents, and nobody can apply.
Once the deadline is missed, then there is no chance
exactly,
to apply.
But you can also not apply before the portal has opened. So prior to the day of the announcement of the program, you cannot apply.
All right, for this research grant, what tentatively you suggest my audience that for their application procedure, application preparation procedure, how long prior to the opening of portal they must be preparing for their application?
We recommend everybody who would like to apply for a research grant to start at least 6 months early. So this might sound very long, but those who would like to apply, they have to be aware that they have to find, for instance, a supervisor in Germany. And they will have to find that supervisor on their own. We do not provide any lists of supervisors.
All right.
So we expect that they know the topic that they would like to work on. They know what their research project will be. And if they have 6 to 12 months in order to find a supervisor, they will also be able to find a good supervisor.
So a supervisor, they have to find a supervisor before the opening of portal?
They can also try it after the opening of the portal, but then they only have 6 weeks.
It's very short time.
It's difficult. There are some applicants who can make that, but they also have to be aware that that is also the time of exams and summer break in Germany, and they might not get any response in July or August.
For PhD students, very, very important information. That if they want to, definitely they have to find out their supervisor before. It is recommended by your side as well that they must find out their supervisor before opening of a portal so that they can apply within 6 weeks for their applications of research grants. Great.
Because the supervisor, the acceptance letter of the supervisor is not the only document that they have to provide. Another big problem is also every year the IELTS certificate. So the IELTS certificate is also mandatory for those who would like to go for a PhD. And the IELTS certificate.
And what IELTS score is?
I just wanted to say that. So it will be 6.5 overall band. for the DAAD application.
Okay.
It might, of course, be that the university has other requirements. So they have to double check with the university requirements. If the university requires 7.0,
so then they have to follow the instructions.
Yes.
Okay. So means the two important documents they have to prepare before applying to the portal is IELTS band score, and secondly finding of supervisor, the letter from supervisor. These two things are very mandatory for applying for PhD applications for DAAD scholarship.
Exactly. Those are two very important documents. The third very important document is the research proposal.
Oh, yeah.
So some only start 2 weeks before the deadline, and it is very difficult to write a good proposal 2 weeks before the deadline.
Proposals require actually a good and ample time to just devise the idea, making proposals.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and I think if they have 6 to 12 months time to prepare everything, then in the end they will have a perfect proposal. They will have a supervisor who fits to their research project.
Yes.
And they will also have a good IELTS certificate. Because if it is not a good IELTS certificate, then they can get another one.
And German certificate is not mandatory to apply for these research grants?
Not from the DAAD side, so we do not require a German certificate. Again, they have to double check with the university.
If the university is having, so then they have to. That's great. So you have summarized 3 very important requirements for postdoctoral students or the PhD students who wish to apply for DAAD scholarship. Number 1, IELTS. Number 2, the supervisor certificates, and most important one that is a research proposal. So they must have prior to opening of your portal, and after that they can apply smoothly. Okay, great. Moving ahead, Inga, here in Pakistan, as we believe, a lot of Pakistani they go for PhD programs to Germany, but a good number of students go for master's programs as well. So master's program, the people are the students who are really looking for master's program in Germany and looking for scholarships, DAAD scholarships especially. So what are those scholarships to be named as, and how they can get this master's scholarship in German university? A little bit about this, please.
Okay, we do offer some master scholarships.
Okay.
It's a little bit different from the research grants. The research grants are open to all subjects.
Okay.
And for the master's programs, we only offer scholarships for specialized research, subject areas.
Okay.
So the students can have a look either at our flyer or on the website. And they can, for instance, find the Helmut-Schmidt program. It's also called PPGG, Public Policy and Good Governance.
Okay.
That's for social sciences.
All right.
And we also have the development-related postgraduate courses.
Okay.
It's also called EPOS, and that's a group of about 40 different master's or PhD programs, fully funded programs at different universities in Germany. The students will have to apply for the scholarship at the university directly.
Okay.
So they have to get admission at the university and apply then at the same time for the DAAD scholarship.
All right.
And the deadlines are different from scholarship program to scholarship program.
Okay,
so all the
great.
Universities might have different deadlines.
So for masters, you're mentioning that for masters you have PPGG, and students can find you out on website as well. They can find PPG scholarship. So these PPGG scholarship are basically for master students who are really looking for studying there in Germany, but not in all programs. Few specific programs.
We have for this program, which is only for social sciences students.
All right.
We have 8 partner universities.
Okay.
So we have 3 universities in Berlin.
Okay.
We also have the university in Lüneburg, Passau, Osnabrück. So they can find the details on the specialized programs on the university websites, of course also on our website of our information.
So means if students are looking for DAAD scholarship, master DAAD scholarship, so they have to find out, they have to be going to 8 specific universities that you are a partner with only. Oh, that's great.
The universities do not all offer the same program. So they have 8 different programs related to the area of public policy and good governance. So some might be focusing on finance, others on law, others on management or public health. So they should have a look at the program description and find out what's the suitable.
So as we discussed in research grants, the major or the important segments to apply for. So here what you have to say, what is a general deadline to apply for this PPGG, and what are the requirements to for the application to apply simultaneously at university and DAAD portal?
They have to find out the requirements at the university website. So they can find the program information also on our website. And then they will find the links to the according university website and the program website. And there they can find the specific details for their university program. And I think what is very important for the master's application is the letter of motivation. So it is either called motivation letter or it is called a statement of purpose. So I think that is very important, because it is also sometimes that they come from a different subject area. So maybe they have completed their bachelor's over here in not in public health but in some other area out of the social sciences, but now they would like to do something in law or in finance or in public health, and then they should be able to explain why they think that this is now a good way to continue their higher education.
So you think letter of motivation is one of the things that is very important while applying to this PPGG master scholarships with DAAD?
Exactly, and of course they also have to check whether one or the other university has knowledge of German language as an entry requirement. This can also happen, and it is that all these 8 universities will teach the courses fully in English, but some universities have knowledge of German at the level A1 as an entry requirement.
Inge, as you have mentioned earlier as well, if somebody wants to go for this PPGG like master's program scholarship, DAAD scholarship, what general timeline they have to observe?
The deadline for the PPGG is normally in July, mid to end of July.
So
and again,
the deadline is end of July.
It's mid to end of July. It's not, It's not
no
the same day every year.
Understand.
And as for same as for the research grants, I also would recommend the students who decide to go to Germany for a master's degree to start with the preparation at least 6 to 12 months ahead.
All right. So 6 to 12 months. And when does the portal opens for? This PPGG? Is this the same 6 weeks back?
No, they have to apply to the university directly. So they have to check the university information as of what date they can apply.
All right. So once their students are applying to the university, at the same time they have to apply on the DAAD portal as well?
Exactly. First they apply for admission, and with the application for admission, they can then also apply for the DAAD scholarship. First
for admissions, and then they have to apply for DAAD scholarships. Okay, great. So it means it's connected.
Yes.
DAAD portal application in the university.
Of course, they can only receive the scholarship if they have received admission.
Oh, great. So
we cannot give the scholarship to anyone who hasn't received admission to the university.
So admission is the mandatory part. First, they have to, rather applying directly to DAAD, they have to apply to the university first. So once they will get admission, then DAAD applications or scholarship will be applicable to get it.
Exactly, for the master's programs. For the research grants, it's different because for the individual research
Yeah,
PhDs,
we are talking
the
here
admission is not.
for the master's program at the moment. One very fantastic brochure I came across to see with you, that you guys have 15 different questions for Pakistani parents. They must be knowing about their kids who are really interested to study in Germany. So what about that? What information you guys will be addressing to the parents who want to know about these 15 questions? So what are they actually? Tell us in general, please.
So yes, we have this, you are talking about this parents brochure,
Yes,
addressing 15 questions that parents might have.
Okay.
And yes, the parents are sometimes worried about the safety in the other country, or they would like to know about the tuition fees, or the benefits of studying abroad, what are the benefits of studying in Germany.
Okay.
And so if the parents should be worried, oh no, my child would like to go to Germany for studies and I don't know that country, we don't
Okay.
have any uncles over there. So they can find all the important information.
Is this brochure on your website as well?
I don't think that it is available on the website, but they can ask us and they can get it from us.
Okay,
So
that's great.
we are every year at the Dawn Expo, for instance. We visit the universities, and normally we will tell about our next appointments on our Facebook page, so they can know where we are.
All right, that's great and fantastic. Absolutely great. In the end, Inge, if you have any message for our audience and Pakistani youth, please go ahead with.
Today we talked only about certain scholarship opportunities that we at DAAD offer.
Yes.
And so someone who is only reading this flyer might be upset and think, oh no, there is no suitable scholarship for me. And this might not be true, because we are not the only scholarship organization in Germany. There are hundreds of others.
Yes.
And especially for those who would like to go for a master's or an undergraduate degree, they might find a very good funding opportunity from another organization. So if they would like to go to Germany and they would like to find funding, they can still ask us and we will advise them where to find the according information. So for instance, we have other political foundations, and we also have Erasmus+. Maybe you have heard about the joint master scholarships of the EU delegation.
Yes.
So they can also have a look into these opportunities.
All right. So one important question I missed, I had to ask it because we talked about PhD students, postdoctors, and for master students, but we left with the undergraduate students who are looking for their bachelor's degree right after their intermediate or O and A levels. So are you guys offering scholarship for those undergraduate students as well?
No, unfortunately at DAAD we do not offer any undergraduate funding at the moment. But as I said, there are plenty of other funding organizations who do offer undergraduate funding. And those who would like to go to Germany on an undergraduate scholarship and don't find a DAAD scholarship, they don't have to be desperate. It's not the end of the world. They can just apply for another funding opportunity.
Yes. Lastly, what makes your applications, one word answer, what makes your applications stand out for a postdoctoral program or the PhD program?
I think a very important part of the application to the research grants is the personal interview, which will be part of the selection procedure. So of course the complete application is one thing, and the research proposal tells us a lot. Same as the letter of reference or the acceptance letter. But the performance in the research, in the personal interview is very...
That is the key. Okay, and similarly, what makes out your application the standout for PPGG for master's application?
That's difficult to say because it's the decision of the university.
Yeah, associated with the university.
Yeah, it might be that the universities will conduct Skype interviews or that they will have a look, a special look at the letter of motivation.
All right. That's great. Inga, thank you very much once again that you have given us, our audience, a very useful information about DAAD scholarships, what DAAD is actually doing in Pakistan. We are much obliged once again. Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. जी तो नाज़रीन, आपने प्रोग्राम देखा, उम्मीद है पसंद आया होगा। इसके बावजूद भी अगर आपको कोई DAAD स्कॉलरशिप की इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए तो DAAD की वेबसाइट ज़रूर विज़िट करें, उस पर कंप्लीट डिटेल्स मौजूद हैं और आप वहाँ पे DAAD की स्कॉलरशिप पे जाके तमाम प्रोसीजर्स और तरीक़ाकार को बखूबी जान सकते हैं। हाज़िर होंगे अगले प्रोग्राम में एक नए एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस के साथ। तब तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।